Magandang hapon. I'm very happy to have this another opportunity to be with you and be your speaker. So, ang tema ng ating mga pagtitipon at kwentuhan daw ngayong month of May is developing relevant relationships. Tama po ba, Brother Joe? And napaka-angkop na ang simula natin ang first Sunday of May, ang pag-uusapan po natin ng pamilya. Hindi accident na sa 10 utos ng Diyos, ang honor your mother and father ay yung pang-apat. Yun yung naalala niyo po, si Kristo, he summarized yung 10 utos into 2. Diba? Mahalin ang Diyos at mahalin ang kapwa. Yung dalawang yun, it's a summary of the 10 commandments also. So, ang commandment number 1 and 1, 2, and 3, mahalin ang Diyos. Ang 4, onward, mahalin ang kapwa. And ang kaapat na utos, yun yung una din sa mahalin ang kapwa. So, kung pag-uusapan natin ng relevant relationships, ang pinaka-importante talaga ay ang relationship ng ating pamilya. Gusto ko magkaroon ng konting survey lang ngayon. Sino po sa inyo nagkaroon ng ina na napakamadasali? Madami rin. How about ama na madasali? Sino po sa inyo nagkaroon ng ama na madasali? Would you say, Tita Malu, would you say na yung mother niyo na madasali, was she a daily church goer?
Mother or father?
Mother niyo na.
Both of them are church goers. They never miss mass.
Ang Sunday class.
Meron yung sinasabing madasalin, yung rosary, yung father ko hindi siya nag-skip ng day na talaga siya nagdadasal ng rosary every early morning.
Wow, napakaganda. No? How about yung mga nagkaroon ng lola na madasalin? Yes, Tita Lola. Yung ano po, yung lola ninyo, madalas nagsisimba siya more than once a week, ganun po ba? Ako, tapos nilolo sa akin eh.
Memorize niyo yung passion.
Wow! Okay. So, ang dami, no? Ang dami yung mga narito ngayon, madami sa inyo yung nagkaroon ng, yung lumaki din sa isang pamilya na malapit din sa Diyos. Tama po ba? And kung isipin nyo po, would you think na narito kayo ngayon kung hindi dahil sa influensya ng magulang ninyo or ng lolo at lola ninyo? Diba? May influence eh. May influence. So, gusto ko rin, ako naman yung magkwento. My mother was a daily church goer and kilala ni Tita Malu ito. She can attest to the truth of that. Nagro-rosaryo siya araw-araw hanggang ngayon. Nagdadasal siya 30 minutes sa umaga, 30 minutes sa hapon. And yung kinalimutan ko, gano'n na siya. Even nung 80s, nakatira kami sa Hong Kong State dati. And pagsisimba yun ng 7:30 Mass dito, araw-araw. Tapos kasama nga si Tita Malu. Yung father ko naman, while hindi siya araw-araw nagsisimba, every Sunday nagsisimba siya, tapos araw-araw din siya nagro-rosary before siya pumunta sa trabaho. My grandmother, like my mother, was also a daily church goer. Makamadasalin din. And I think yung mother ko, naging ganun siya dahil sa influensya ng lola ko. Okay. Yung lola ko yung nagturo sa akin na magdasal paggabi. Yung before yung bedtime prayers. Nangyari po yun nung ako is grade 2, grade 3. nagkaroon kami ng renovation sa bahay at kinailangan ko at saka ng aking kapatid na tumira muna panandalian sa bahay ng lola ko. And gabi-gabi, katabi namin siya matulog, tinuruan na kami magpasal. Ang routine niya, Angel of God, tapos Our Father, tapos yung personal prayers niya. Okay, and dinala ko yun for many years, dinala ko yun. Ito ba, yung grandmother ko sa father side, matasalin din. May naalala ako na nag-orasyon pa yun ng Angelus for 6 o'clock. So, bihira yun kasi madaming nag-rosary, pero yung Angelus sa family Angelus, it's relatively rare. So, nag-Angelus kami, tapos naalala ko, nagpatawa yung pinsan ko habang nagdarasal kami. Eh, nagalit yung lola ko dahil hindi namin siniseryoso mga bata kasi medyo makukulit, no? Dahil doon, ginawa niya yung rosary. Pinahaba niya yung dasal natin. Hindi namin mapigil. Pag bata ka, pag pinigilan mo yung tawa mo, lalo ka matatawa eh. Okay. So, like katulad nung tinanong ko sa inyo kanina, I don't think I will be here if it was not for the influence of my mother and my father and my family. Hindi ko makikilala yung mga taong magpapakilala sa akin kay Brother June kung hindi sa influensya ng aking pamilya. Si Tita Malu, kilala talaga. Kilala talaga namin dahil kapitbahay namin siya. But malamang wala ako dito ngayon kung hindi sa influence ng aking magulang. Pwedeng nagsimba ako kanina, pero yun na yun. That's it. So talagang may influence yung natin, yung family background natin sa ating upbringing. Okay. The church describes the family as a domestic church. It's a official po yan na statement sa Catechism of the Catholic Church. The Christian family constitutes a specific revelation and realization of ecclesial communion. And for this reason, it can and should be called a domestic church. It is a community of faith, hope, and charity. It assumes a singular importance in the church, as is evident in the New Testament. Yung simbahan po dyan, yung Notre Dame. Okay. And it's sinadya kong piliin yung pinagay dyan yung Notre Dame to para as a message na pwedeng ang ating kailangan natin pangalagaan ng ating domestic church.
Amen.
Diba? It has been there for 700 plus years. Yeah. Pero sa isang flat pwedeng magkaroon ng sulong. Diba? Kaya yan yung napili kong ilagay dyan. Ang marriage and family life is a creation of God. Disenyo ng Panginoon yan. The way it is composed, the way it is structured, parang ang Diyos director yan ng buhay natin. So yung pagkakagawa ng pamilya, it's design yan may specific parang qualities yan. Kung isipin ninyo, napakaraming paraan na gawin ni Lord ang buhay ng tao. But He chose it to be this way. To be born in a family is a universal human experience. Walang tao sa mundo na walang ama at saka ina. Kahit na yung mga ulila, at one point or another, they had a mother and a father. Yung mga test tube babies, let's say test tube babies, hindi nila mabubuo yung child kung walang participation at one point or another ng isang ama at saka ng isang ina. So even yung mga advocates ng mga alternative families, di ba? Meron din silang ina at saka ama. There's no way of going around it. And that's what our Lord designed. Kung iisipin pa natin na of all the animals, the human species has the longest childhood. Yung tagal ng dependence natin sa ating mga magulang, 18 years, o di pa nga, lampas pa. Di ba? Minsan mga 30, dependent pa rin sa mga magulang, di ba? May mga ganon. So, hindi katulad ng, let's say, yung mga aso, na ilang linggo lang, pwede silang mag-isa. Sinadya yan ng Panginoon eh. Di ba? Sinadya yan ng Panginoon. Isa pa, ang Diyos yung may akda ng kasal. Yung the institution of marriage, it's natural inside of us. Di ba? Parang, God Himself is the author of marriage. The vocation of marriage is written in the very nature of man and woman as they came from the hand of the Creator. In creating man and woman, God instituted the human family and endowed it with its fundamental constitution. Sure, merong mga tao na hindi niya para sa marriage. Pero para dun sa mga tao naman na called to be married, yung may natural desire tayo na maging stable yung marriage, yung maging permanent siya, na such that kung magkaroon ng hiwalayan, sakit sa atin, and saan galing yung sakit na yun? Sinulat yan ng Panginoon sa atin, sa puso natin, yung love for your spouse, love for your children. So the human family is really something very natural and something we can say God created. Kahit na, di ba, the government recognizes marriage. Pero even kahit na wala yung recognition nito, marriage, the institution exists. Kasi it's really natural for us already. So, the family has a high vocation, mission in the church. Sinabi yan sa Catechism of the Catholic Church. Pag sinabi vocation, usually, di ba, calling. Ang ibig sabihin ng vocation, calling. Calling ng pare, for example, calling ng priest to be a priest, calling ng isang madre na pumasok sa kumbento. Tayo rin may calling, individually, calling to be holy. But also the family has a calling. The calling is to be a domestic church. So, si Pope Francis, marinig na sasabihin niya, the family is the first hospital. Kasi, dyan natin gagamitin yung mga may sakit. The family is the first school. Ayan, nakalagay talaga yan sa Catechism of the Catholic Church. Most importantly, the family is where children learn about love of God. To be loved unconditionally and not for any utilitarian purpose. Sa paglabas natin, outside of the family, sa ating mga trabaho, di ba, meron yung tinitingnan, we are measured by the results of our actions. Yung ilan yung output natin, ilan yung nagawa natin yung produkto, ilan yung kinita natin. The effort is secondary. Like in a family, kahit na pumalpak ka, kahit na kulang ang nagawa mo, kahit na kulang ang contribution mo, mahal ka pa rin ng inyong nanay, inyong tatay, di ba? That's unconditional love, which comes naturally in a family, which you do not naturally see. Although you can see it outside of a family, pero hindi siya, talagang sasadyain na siya pag nasa labas eh. Pero in the family, it comes parang second nature na mahalin natin yung mga anak natin. Okay. Ang hamon ng Catechism of the Catholic Church sa mga magulang ay maging educators ng ating mga anak. The role of parents in education is of such importance that it is almost impossible to provide an adequate substitute. The right and duty of parents to educate is primordial and inalienable. It's not transferable. Pwede siyang i-try na gayahin, pero iba pa rin yung iba pa rin yung turo ng magulang iba pa rin yung pagmamahal ng magulang. In fact, kahit na hindi tayo nagtuturo with words, nagtuturo tayo with actions or indirectly sa pamilya. May narinig akong kwento before na sa isang school, merong bata na talino naman siya normally, pero biglang nag-iba yung behavior ng bata. And kinausap nila yung bata, ano ba yung nangyayari? Bakit? Parang nag-iba yung behavior mo, nag-iba yung mga bata niya, medyo bumaba. And sinabi niya, laging nag-aaway yung magulang ko sa bahay. So, kinausap nila yung school, yung teacher, yung parents ng bata, and sinabi nila, ito po yung sinabi sa amin ng anak ninyo na kaya medyo may nag-iba yung behavior niya, nag-iba yung parang bumaba yung grades niya. Tinanggap yun ng mother. Yung mother yung dumating, yung father hindi dumating sa school. Pero they try to work something out na hindi ma-expose yung bata dun sa away ng mag-asawa. And almost immediately, bumalik yung behavior ng bata. Naging maganda ulit yung resulta ng mga examen ng mga bata. And tinanong nung teacher kung ano kumusta niya yung bata. And ang sabi niya ng bata, nag-uusap na ang mommy at daddy ko. Yun lang, hindi naman siya sinabihan na mag-aral. So, what does this tell us? There are psychological effects sa mga bata, yung behavior ng pamilya. Kahit na hindi nagtuturo, hindi sila directly, ito yung gagawin. Their mere presence and yung stability ng relationship nila has positive benefits sa upbringing ng bata. Oops. Okay. So, we can sum up yung role ng mga magulang sa isang pamilya can be summed up in 2 words: to educate. Sabi sa Catechism of the Catholic Church, and yun yung madalas kong gagamitin, the CCC. Parents are responsible for creating a home where tenderness, forgiveness, respect, fidelity, and disinterested service rule. So, hindi lang physical well-being ang binibigay natin sa mga anak, kundi spiritual well-being. The home daw, sabi ng simbahan, is a school of virtue. The home is the natural environment for initiating a human being into solidarity and communal responsibilities. Couples have the responsibility of evangelizing their children, and education in faith by the parents should begin in the child's earliest years. So, hindi lang ang mga pare ang nagtuturo, pati yung mga magulang nagtuturo ng catechism. The family is so important that it is also a symbol of the Holy Trinity. Sabi ng simbahan, the Christian family is a communion of persons, a sign and image of the communion of the Father and the Son and the Holy Spirit. In the procreation and education of children, it reflects the Father's work of creation. It is called to partake in the prayer and sacrifice of Christ. Daily prayer and reading of the Word of God strengthen it in charity. The Christian family has an evangelizing and missionary task. Imagine yun. So, hindi lang yung mga pare ang merong mission of evangelizing the world. It's also us in our families. Hindi natin pwedeng iwan yung trabaho yun sa ating kaparian. We have to participate in it. Yan ang sabi ng simbahan. Hindi accident, gaya ng sinabi ko, it's not an accident that a family is designed this way. Parang, di ba, mother, father, son, mother, father, daughter. Parang, ano rin triangle di ba? Parang, Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. Kahit na ang Panginoon, masasabi natin may pamilya. In the world meeting of families, ang napag-usapan nila, and I quote, in the natural economy of things, one could say that after the gift of life itself, the second greatest gift of God, the greatest gift God has given us is family. The reason is because once God gives us life, He also wants us to live a full life. He wants us to be loved, to be protected, to be safe, to be secure, and to be valued. And there's no better place to have these things than in a human family, in a loving human family. The parents are the first catechists. Imparting the message of Jesus in the Bible and teaching catechism is among the many ways of fulfilling the call to be a domestic church. Kasama na dito yung pagturo ng morality, kasama na po dito yung pagturo ng ethics, good manners, at respect for elders. Kaya meron tayong ikaapat na utos to honor your father and your mother. Kasama na rin doon ang paggalang sa lahat ng miyembro ng pamilya at it extends outward. It extends outward yung pagmamahal at paggalang na yun to the rest of society. Okay. So, aside from teaching the Bible and teaching catechism, what I think it's more important to teach by example. Important in a way because it is so effective. Yung minsan magsasabi, parang minsan magsasabi, we teach by word, but hindi natin makukuha yung result kung ang behavior natin ay hindi tugma doon sa ating tinuturo. One more thing, yung para sa bata, I mean, ang makita mo ang iyong ama na malaki, malakas, matapang, pero lumuhod at magdasal sa Diyos. It's a big impact. Meron siyang, may dating, malakas yung dating, di ba? For yung lalo na pag very young children, kung kinamulatan na yung father niya nagdadasal, that's something. Di ba? Parang, wow. Ito pala talaga. Hindi ito joke, hindi ito kalokohan. No? It's my father does it. And so, I must do it. I must take it seriously. Sa mga pamilya, lalo na yung we are blessed, tayo mga Pilipina, we are blessed na maraming nagdadasal ng rosaryo. To make praying the rosary, going to mass, and praying the angelus normal. We have to make it normal in a world that tries not to make it normal. Yan yung kailangan kinasanayan na natin yun. Hindi na siya big deal, kumbaga. And again, may naalala na naman akong kwento na tuwing October, month of the Holy Rosary, nagdadasal kami, yung pamilya ko, araw-araw. So minsan may mga kalaro kami, mga klase na magsisleep over sa bahay ng pag-October. And forced sila na mag-grocery din, sumama sa aming pamilya habang nagdadasalin. And minsan, nangingibago sila. Kakaiba to parang, hindi naman ako nagdadasal. Grocery, pero kailangan forced. So, yung iba, yung pinsan ko, yung mga medyo makulit medyo pilyo, try nilang takasan. Pero hindi, kakatukit talaga sila ng mother ko, baba na tayo, magdasal tayo. So, sa akin naman, hindi na siya malaking bagay. Dahil sanay na ako hindi ko maalala kung kailan namin sinimulan yun. So, tuwing October, automatic na, magdadasal kami. And hindi siya kakaiba para sa akin. So, whenever I will have a sleepover, if I sleepover in a friend's house ng October, expect ko rin na magdadasal din kami. Para maimbitihan ako na sumama sa kanila, that would be a great honor for me. Tayo mga Pilipino, we are very blessed and we respect the church in a world that tries to reject the church. So, and tayo mga Pilipino, we practice the feast days. Since ang pag-usapan natin ngayon, family culture, no? Ang napakayaman ng kultura natin, like Pasko, o yung mga Easter, Holy Week, yung pag-way of the cross, it's still very much a big thing in the Philippines, like in the Western countries. Pati yung November 1, di ba? It's a holiday sa Philippines, tapos talagang effort pumunta dun sa cemetery, mainit, madami tao, pero we still do it. Alam niyo yung mga yun, yung kultura natin, ganyan, it's already a form of catechism. Di ba? So, yung mga pagmamano, it's not necessarily a Christian thing. Parang yung respect sa elders, it's an Asian thing Pero by maintaining it consciously, we teach our children to respect the elders. Yung devotion sa Santo Niño, through the years na celebrate natin yun, eventually, ma-imbibe natin yung the Santo Niño is a reminder of humility, of being childlike. Ang pagkakaroon ng mga imahe sa bahay, madami ba sa inyo meron kayo? Of course, yung meron tayong Mama Mary dyan, di ba? It's regular in a Filipino home na magkaroon ng crucifix, malaking Santo Niño, and kahit na hindi natin ituro consciously, makikilala ng ating mga anak kung sino sila. Yan ang makikilala. Yan si Mama Mary, yan ang ina ng Diyos. Ang dali lang, parang nakikita nila and na-visualize nila yung pagmamahal ng ating Mama Mary. Observance of All Saints Day, yung November 1. Ano yun? Communion of the Saints yun. Di ba? So nagdadasal tayo para sa mga yumao. Eventually, matututunan nila ng mga bata as we observe the feast day, na yung mga ating mga relatives na nasa langit, pinagdadasal din tayo. Tapos ngayon, may Flores de Mayo, Santa Cruzan. Yung Santa Cruzan, alam niyo, di ba? Yun yung history nung finding of the true cross and yung paano naging official religion Christianity sa Rome. By practicing all of this, eventually the child will naturally grow up knowing what those are. Kahit na hindi siya mag-Catholic church, kahit na hindi siya punta sa Catholic school, matututunan niyo yun to yung Flores de Mayo, Santa Cruzan. So yun. One thing so anyway, I'm going to close the talk already. But one thing I want to impart is yung Filipino, yung Christian family culture, it's not just for our children, yung direct descendants po natin, hindi lang po para sa kanila, it's multi-generational. Pumunta po ako sa isang pagtitipon, 2 linggo na nakaraan. Ang speaker po namin ay isang psychiatrist. And nakwento po niya na minsan pinapagawa niya yung mga pasyente niya na bago magkasal, bago magpakasal, pinapagawa niya ng genogram. Alam niyo po ba yung genogram? Okay. Essentially, para siyang family history. Para siyang sinusulat mo sa isang papel yung kwento ng pamilya ninyo. Tapos, kino-compare yung pamilya ng asawa, yung babae, at yung pamilya ng lalaki. Interesting po yung mga nakikita nila doon. Minsan, ay, kaya pala ako mahilig sa music dahil 3-4 generations na mahilig kami sa music. Or meron naman, lahat ng mga tito ko, nawala ng trabaho. Mga ganun, pero okay naman sila. So, it tells us a lot. It explains a lot of about our personalities, yung genogram. And paano ko ba i-relate yung kwento nyo? It just tells us that kung madasalin ang lola, may chance, malaking chance na maging madasalin yung mami. Kung madasalin yung mami, malaking chance na maging madasalin yung anak. Kung madasalin yung anak, malaking chance na maging madasalin yung apo. And so forth until the generation. So it's not just, hindi lang po siya para sa ating immediate family. Isipin po natin yung mga apo natin sa tuhod, sa talampakan. So, final to end. Sabi ng Diyos, for us to be salt. Diba? Salt of the world. We have to be salt. And we should not lose our saltiness. And it is our family that has to taste that saltiness throughout the generations. Okay. Yun na po.